welcome back to another episode of Let's Talk About It podcast. I'm here with Percy, CEO of Finishing Look. How you doing?
I'm good. Thanks for having me. Again, my apologies for my tardiness. So yeah, let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it, you guys. All right. So he has a brand here where he is selling and creating lapel pins, buttons, hats, all types of cool stuff. I was about to say, you mentioned you doing your t-shirts.
So yeah.
You want to show off your shirt? His shirt, nice.
Yeah,
check it out.
The Forever Nola collection. You heard me. We doing. Got the hot boys on the back, so y'all seen it first. I haven't released it, but I had to wear it on here.
Hey, I like your shirt though. Came out very nice.
I got you.
And so y'all look forward to that. I see you have your website already set up and everything like that. You can place orders, and he does shipping, global shipping. So if wherever y'all are watching, y'all are able to get this stuff and order it and get it shipped out to y'all. So, are you originally from here?
I'm straight New Orleans, born and raised. My brother and my sister say I'm from the East, but I'm from the 7th Ward. That's all I know. Growing up, lived in the 7th Ward. We moved to the East after that. Then I learned everything from LGS, from the West Bank. So, I went to high school, the Edna Carr High School. So, yeah, I learned, all my ways on the West Bank.
See, and I'm like from here. I'm from Uptown, but I didn't grow up here, so I don't never know. I don't know none of the schools.
You're just from New Orleans.
Yep. I'm just from here, Texas bred, but it's okay. I really love New Orleans. 13. I'm just from here, and I love it here. I'm assuming you love it here. You still here?
Yeah. I left college, of course. Came back, moved to Cali for a little bit. Came back. I don't think it's going nowhere.
Yeah, probably not. I was about to say you probably ain't going nowhere.
Ain't going nowhere. So, yeah. New Orleans, it's when you're from here, you love it. People that's not from here love it. So that's basically, the brand that I came up with, because people, just from everywhere could purchase it because they love some piece of New Orleans,
Correct. I definitely agree with you. And that was actually what I was going to ask you. One of the questions was, what inspired you to start a business doing lapel pins and accessories and things like that? Because, a lot of people go straight to t-shirts or, or outfits. So it is different to have somebody doing accessories. I think that's really cool because it's not a huge market for that.
It started from a necessity. So tired of spending money on stuff, and I was like, man, I could make my own and make money, because I like to get dressed, whether it's shirt, ties, suits, and of course, when you wear a suit, you have to put something on it to finish your look. See? So that's where that came from. And, a lot of things I was buying, I was like, all right, I'll just get it because it probably color coordinate or give you a pop color, but I really wanted something that made a statement. Being from New Orleans, you go somewhere, you really want something to represent you. So that's where it really came from, just out of necessity, and because I wanted to create something that made sense and made a statement.
Right. And I definitely think that you are, because like I said, you don't run across stuff like this all the time. It's very unique. It stands out, and it's a nice memory. It could be a gift to somebody. It could be something you want to keep for yourself. It does make your outfit look better. And I want to talk about some of the things you have here, because he has some items here with us. So I don't know if you have a particular item you want to start with.
Yeah, we could start with, just the New Orleans slang, the most famous one. You heard me. And you hear it everywhere. And it's the crazy thing about you heard me is a question and a statement. Right?
It is. It really
so that's just how we talk. We'll ask you a question, make a statement, be like, yeah, so you going down the street, you heard me?
Right.
So, and I just wanted, that's the most, that's the statement piece. No matter where you from, somebody, you're going to hear somebody from New Orleans say, you heard me, or say, baby.
Right.
So that one's coming soon.
And that's a good one to have, because that you do hear them two things the most. And if y'all are for somebody who's not from here or hasn't been to New Orleans or doesn't really know about the New Orleans culture, that is something that I've been hearing my whole life from when I was a kid. Like my grandma would say that, my aunties and my mama still say that. Even she don't even live here no more. She still talk like that.
And the crazy thing, it's you heard me when you said it's one word instead of three. You heard me?
It really is.
Yeah, I love that. So I had to definitely do that. So yeah, that's my favorite piece.
I was just about to say, would you say that's your favorite piece?
It is. Yep. That's my favorite piece. And we could go to the 504, of course. I had a lady that came across me. I was in the airport. I was going to Atlanta, and of course, this was before my launch. I just had to wear my stuff, and she was like, "Oh man, it's just leaving here." I think it was the AKA conference or something. She was like, "I was looking for something, to represent New Orleans, and you have a 504. Could I have it?" I was like, "Yeah." So that's of course the area code 504.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, those two.
So. Oh, another thing I was wondering too. Oh, we're supposed to be talking about your stuff, huh?
Yeah, we can do all that.
I know, huh? So another question I did have. So like, did you start this as like, was it supposed to be like a side hustle or, because like during like COVID and all that stuff? I know you've been just launched recently though. A lot of people were trying to create other income sources. So would you say like you started this as a side thing and it became a main thing, or?
Again, a necessity. I have an awesome job. So of course my dad did always instill in me that your income shouldn't always come from one place. So of course I've always done other avenues of income, of course personal training, things like that, but this is something I see that's gonna be my primary.
And it definitely, I'm pretty sure it's gonna take off like crazy.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna, of course, I don't want to take one of your questions from you. So,
no, you're good. Say whatever you spill it. There's no wrong way. So let's talk about these products though. So I'm gonna get up y'all for a second because I want y'all to get a close up on this stuff. So he has some visors.
That's the TD visor.
A TD, oh yeah, she sure was wearing American Trail.
American Trail. That's straight inspired from American Trail. That's the TD visor. Y'all can find that on the site.
Shout out to TD.
That's the TD visor. Yep.
And you have a particular name you?
That's the denim X Code Nola. Had what the X Code, if you notice, is basically the Hurricane Katrina. If you're familiar with the signs that they painted on the houses, and actually that has an actual meaning to it, and it's called an X code. I just put the NOLA in it, to give it its own unique flavor.
X code.
And what's that? The Forever NOLA.
Yes.
Of course. So how that one came about? That was actually the company name at first, but through some technical difficulties, we had to kind of revamp it and start back from scratch, and that's where Finish Your Look came. But so basically Forever NOLA is just a collection right now. So everything New Orleans you see is the Forever NOLA collection.
Everything. I seen you also have a Mardi Gras collection.
Right. Because I launched a week before Mardi Gras, so it was only right that I do a Mardi Gras collection. So of course you could buy and wear Mardi Gras all the time.
I always say year round.
Yeah, it's carnival time down here
all
every day.
Time.
So yeah.
Literally that. I love weed.
That was a custom for right.
Look, you got something for everybody, y'all.
Right.
I'm about to get me an Uptown pin because I'm an Uptown girl.
Uptown, straight up, Uptown.
That's lot.
The crazy thing. So I have a lot of people from various areas be like, hey, let's do a so if you notice, let's start from here. So you see you have a 7012E, right, which is New Orleans East. That's the zip code out there. So 7012 either 7-6. So we put the E behind it and say 7012 East. And I have the East Beast. Of course, that's what they call themselves. And you have the Uptown, you have your Downtown, you have your Algiers. So a lot of people like, man, do the 9-1, do
I'm
cross
about to say
canal,
they gonna want you
do,
to do a lot.
but they don't be coming through. You see, every neighborhood that's on there came through. So when they say, hey, do this, all right, drop the bag.
Mhm.
And they drop the bag. So that's why you have an East. That's why you have an Uptown. That's why you have a Downtown. And Elgins, of course, you know, my second home, they came through like monsters. So
Yes.
if you don't see your neighborhood or where you from, that's because they ain't dropped the bag.
Y'all better request it and drop that bag so
Drop
y'all
the
can
bag.
get y'all own neighborhood on there. My neighborhood on there, so I'm in the green right now.
But the good thing about Uptown, Downtown is like, it's either West Bank, Uptown, Downtown, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you fit in one of those categories.
Definitely.
But then, crazy thing, did the LGS pin, they have people in LGS say they're not from LGS. So I was like, wait, what? You know, you have the cutoff,
Oh,
the
that's
Chris.
true.
So they don't consider themselves from LGS. Then when I did the West Bank pin, LGS say they're not West Bank. So I'm like, oh man,
God.
come on. So yeah, you know, that's how all that stuff goes. Like people from the Cali or the Magnolia say they ain't from Uptown. They say they're from the Cali or
That's true.
That's crazy.
That is true.
That's
Everybody be claiming them. See, and that's my thing. Like, I don't never know. It's everything is just like one big thing. Like, Uptown is Uptown to me. Downtown is Downtown to me. The West Bank is the West Bank to me. I don't never know the in between.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but
maybe...
one of my friends just told me. So he was like, why New Orleans? You know, you have on the West Bank there's a New Orleans section which is LGS, right? Mm-hmm. So he was like, yeah, when you're in jail, you don't see you from the West Bank because you don't go to jail in Harvey. When you're on the West Bank, you go to Orleans Parish Jail. I was like, oh, okay. Thanks for the geographical moment. So yeah, that's crazy. Right?
I would have never knew that. So it seemed like you have a very busy life.
Yeah.
So how do you keep yourself sane and find peace with being a busy entrepreneur?
Well, that's the good thing about it, because when it's something you love and it's yours, it don't seem like work. Mm-hmm. And that's how I want it to feel, where it doesn't feel like work. You know, so it's just passion behind it, as you can, you know, see from the pieces how I speak about them. Right. So, you know, I have my career, then I have this career, and along with all the other things that goes on, of course, you know, my Faith Life Church, right. Rock of Ages Baptist Church.
Shout out.
I'm very, you know, heavy in that and play a big role there. So right. Yeah, I am a very busy person, but it's nice to stay busy because I think that keeps you youthful.
Yeah, definitely.
Busy. Yeah, it keeps you youthful.
I'm not gonna lie. Whenever I do stay busy, I feel better. I feel like I'm getting things accomplished, and it makes me feel better as a person. I feel like whenever you're sitting there being still, you have too much time to think about everything that's wrong. You know. Mm-hmm. Whenever you constantly keeping busy, you're just doing, and you feel good about it.
A lot of people was inside for 2 years.
That's true.
So it's best to be busy right now.
For real.
Sitting inside for 2 years. Yeah.
That sounds lame. I was working, selling cars during the COVID time, so I was busy. But the dealerships were slow. But you know, at work is work. But so would you say that everything you do you love? And that's why that's what keeps you pushing?
Yeah, that's the motivational factor behind it. I can't see me doing something that I don't like. And, you know, it's just, even if it's extracurricular activities, if you don't have a passion behind it, you don't love it, you know, I don't see what's the use of doing it, right? Like, true. It's like eating nasty food.
True.
Right. So, yeah.
It wouldn't make sense to do. Do you plan on having a storefront someday? Is that something you see in your future? I'm just being so nosy right now.
No, that's good. That's what we're here for, just to dig in it. I don't know. Wherever the Lord takes me.
Right.
Right? So if that's what He see in my future, that's where I go. I always follow the voice of God, of course. Like I said, my faith is one of the biggest factors in my life and why I'm actually doing this. The crazy thing about that is, you know, I'm the official lapel and button dealer, but you see me have hats. So right. I had nothing in my vision of hats, right? Mm-hmm. So how the hats came about when I was putting the campaign together for my marketing, my photo shoots. One of the models and designers, she do a lot of styles for me. Her name's Talia. Shout out to Talia. She's an awesome stylist and a designer. And I was like, man, we was putting the looks together. And I was like, man, you want to wear a hat? She was like, cool. So she was like, well, I could put some of the pins on the hat. So I'm like, all right, do your thing. So we had the table and she just creating the hat. She doing her thing. And it just came like, bam. And that's how the hats came about. So like I said, I really had no intentions on selling hats. I just had 2 hats for the 2 models. And we did the photo shoot, put the content out, and somebody DM me was like, hey, where'd you get that hat from? So I was like, what you mean? Like, the hat the lady have on. I was like, oh yeah, you could get that. Just let me know what you need, right? So he was like, man, I'm gonna get like 5 of them. I was like, for real? Like, yeah, let me know how much it is. I was like, well, you know, the lapels, this price, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
So he wound up spending like over $500 on 5 hats. So I hit Talia up. I'm like, T, somebody want to buy some hats. And I know you designed these hats, so I need you to whip them up for me right quick. She about to go to Jamaica on a trip. She was like, P, I'm about to, go to Jamaica tomorrow. When he need them, I'm like, well, I want to get them to him like ASAP. So she was like, well, just follow the mold that I did, and that's how we did it. So that's how the hats came about. And I keep another one of my friends. He was like, man, you becoming a hat pusher, and I'm like, bruh, like, don't do that. Like, I won't be known for my pins, my lapels, and my buttons. But again, you never could tell God how to move. He's gonna tell you how to move. So the hats has allowed me to sell the pins and the buttons even more.
That's blessings.
So you always gotta listen to that voice of God.
Definitely.
Yep.
And you also do sell the patches too, right?
Yeah, I do sell the patches. The crazy thing, I ain't even have the idea to sell the patches to one of my friends. He's a designer also. He does DZ Custom, shout out. He be doing my custom G nights. And he was like, man, let me get a patch. So that's how the patches started selling.
I'm about to say, I think the patches are cool because if you bought so many, like, say for example, if I came to you and I bought so many of your patches, I can make a fire pair of pants out of your patches. I can make a nice jean jacket to go in my hat.
See, you telling it all is about to come since you already dropped it though. So I ain't trying to get in clothes. My brother, he's a clothing designer. Shout out Calvin Gumbo Sport.
Yeah.
He's a clothing designer, so that's his lane. I try not to get in lanes that a lot of my friends and family in. Like I said, I really didn't want to do hats, but I have to do hats because that's what God told me to do.
The hats are nice.
So yeah, but I ain't gonna lie, I'm not dibbling the clothes. I only did this Forever Know the collection on the shirts because somebody asked. That's it. 50, and that's it.
Look, I think your shirt's gonna sell fast, really fast. We taking a sip of our tea real quick.
You want to get into some tea?
Yeah, I know. If you had any advice to give to someone who is looking to start their own business, whether it can be any type of business, what would you tell them to keep them inspired and get them going?
If it's something that your heart really desire, again, and if you know really into believing and to God, and you know that direction came from God, there's no way for you to say no. Our life is in control. It's all in His hands, and that's what it's all about, following the vision that He has for us. So if you, it's hard work. I can tell you that. Like I said, I took some losses at the beginning. Before I even made $1, I lost like $5,000. So that's the thing. I'm not trying to discourage anybody, but everything's not the glitz and glamour behind it, So it is a lot of hard work. But if it's something that you believe in and that you go to sleep thinking about and wake up thinking about, that's something you should be doing.
Well, look, y'all better take that advice and run with it. Make sure y'all do something that y'all love obey God, and that's how you receive your blessings. Honestly, I try to tell people that all the time. Like all you have to do is simply obey God and listen to what He's telling you, and your blessings just fall in your lap. Like you don't even have to ask Him for nothing. Literally, just ask Him for guidance. That's why that was my issue. I wanted to always do things my way, and I'm still a little stubborn. Don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm perfect, but a lot of times we do want to do things the way we want to do them, and we just need to sit back and listen to what God's trying to tell us, and listen to these signs and follow through with them, and just everything gonna go good as long as you be loyal to
it. It all starts from the foundation, also, because we have a great shepherd.
True.
So once you receive that message, the correct way. Rock of Ages Baptist Church, Pastor John De Everett is a great teacher, and he's great with entrepreneurship and things of that nature, building businesses, building